and welcome to FIH Hockey Monthly. This month we unveil Germany's secret to success in the indoor arena. A look back at the two debutants' enjoyable experience in Poznan. We catch up with Pakistan's ace custodian Salman Akbar, who relives his team's rollercoaster ride in the last 12 months. And find out how Colin has fulfilled his dream. New Zealand triumphed 2-1 in the 5-match series against Korea at home. After losing the first game, the hosts drew the second, overcame Korea in the next two, and drew the last game to take the honours. Staying with the Black Sticks, their illustrious track flicker Hayden Shaw has announced his retirement from international hockey. The 30-year-old scored 129 goals in 177 appearances for them. He was named in the FIH World All-Star team in 2006. Colin hosted the third edition of the FIH Indoor World Cup last month, and the hosts had one big aim: stop the German juggernaut from a hat-trick of men's titles. In the end, they fell just short, as German efficiency prevailed in Poznan. It was also double delight for Deutschland as their women's team too powered their way to their second title. The pioneers of the indoor game, Germany remains the team to beat at the world level, thanks largely to their strong grassroots.
Just starting when the boys and girls are 5-6 years, with the skills, and it is wonderful for children, for the youth, to play in indoor hockey under very good conditions. Yeah, you see many clubs have their own hall. They can go in winter time between November and February, March, playing 4 or 5 months. And indoor hockey is fantastic for learning skills. And the small kids also, they have that. And the Germans have a league system in their states, in their zones, in the German Hockey Federation.
The German men's team came with an array of stars, such as Christopher Zeller, Matthias Withaus and Moritz Förster. They slammed in 66 goals and conceded 13 en route to their third title. For a change, they weren't the best defensive team of the competition, but there was still no match for Germany in attack. Swiderskowski was the find for the Germans, with 15 goals to his credit. The 23-year-old was the top marksman for the free-scoring Germans.
I think we have many offensive weapons in our team. When you look at players like Zeller and Withaus, and they are world hockey players, and but we also have other guys to step up when they leave the court. And so yeah, I think especially offensive, where we are a great team, but our purpose is to be a good defensive team to win the tournament.
Marcus Weiser was at the helm in 2007 as well, yet again masterminded Germany's march to the title. He revealed their mantra for success in the indoor game.
If you look at the defensive techniques with a low stick down, that's what you have to do in indoor hockey. If you don't do it, you can't cover the passes, you get beaten. So that's one thing. Also to play double teams. One is channeling the opponent, the other is double team, playing double team, stuff like that. Also, you can practice tactical skills in a smaller group because it's played only 6 versus 6, so stuff like that.
Taking a cue from the Germans, countries like England and Australia now see indoor hockey as an important step towards their preparations for major events. Australian outdoor coach Rick Charlesworth sent a couple of his outdoor players for this event to sharpen their technical skills, especially in defense.
It's just a different style of play. I mean, especially in the midfield, in outdoor, you don't have generally a lot of time, so you need to be aware of your surroundings and what you need to do with the ball next. Also, tackling, it's good in and around the circle. You see that the Germans are such brilliant defenders in outdoor. It's because of how good they are at indoor. So we're trying to take a few tactics from indoor and try and put it into outdoor.
The gap between the German men's team and the rest might be a significant one, but the competition in the women's game is a lot stiffer.
Indoor hockey is not as it used to be. It used to be Germany, then a big gap, and then the next nations. But now they're equalized. We played a 50-50 match, I think. Very, very tough. And also not only Holland, all the other nations like the Ukraine, Belarus, now are playing very good indoor hockey, and the gap is gone. We have to fight very hard to win the championships, and that's bad for us, but good for indoor hockey, I think.
The 2007 champions, the Netherlands, were the favourites for the title in Poznan, and the Germans relied on experienced heads like Natascha Keller and Van Rinne to topple their biggest foes. Skipper Rinne was the catalyst of Germany's success. Her 10 goals, including a brace in the final, sealed Germany's second indoor title.
We came here with only 3 days of preparation and missing a lot of good players who are playing in Argentina outdoors now. But this indoor team is fantastic. Of course, I don't have to tell you about Natascha Keller or Fanny Rinne or Barbara Vogel, but all the other players, experienced indoor players and very, very young, talented players, performed outstanding, and I'm just so proud of them.
The world might be closing in on Germany, but the inventors of the indoor game remain invincible. Men's field hockey in Asia is synonymous with the two subcontinent giants, India and Pakistan, or in recent times Korea. But when it comes to the indoor game, Iran is leaps ahead than the other. The continent's champions since 2008, they are the undisputed kings of indoor hockey in the region.
In Iran, indoor hockey is very popular and is played at a competitive level. If we take part in bigger tournaments, we can be one of the top 4 teams in the world. But for outdoor hockey, we still need more facilities. And if we get well equipped, then maybe in the near future we can form a field hockey team as well. And hopefully we can perform well there and make a mark.
They made their World Cup debut earlier this year at the FIH Indoor World Cup in Poznan. And though their overall performance in the tournament wasn't a sight to savour, their 9th place finish, including a 6-2 drubbing of the USA, suggested promise for the future.
I think that was a team with a high potential. Their tournament performance was maybe not so good, but you can see they were competitive, and from my point of view, they played really well. But maybe they should compete a bit more often.
Iran adopted the game in 1972, but the sport is still low profile in the country. It is Iran's participation in these events that would contribute towards popularizing the game in the nation.
Surely taking part in tournaments such as the World Cup helps a lot. The presence of high-profile coaches contributes enormously towards learning and improving our game. And the fact that we are competing with the top teams in the world makes us a stronger and more competitive unit.
The Namibian women's outfit sailed in a similar boat. The only representatives from Africa, they were looking to face the music on the biggest stage. Their start wasn't right because of heavy defeats against Germany and Belarus. But their gradual improvement over the course of the tournament saw them win games later on to finish amongst the top 10.
The
this victory now in the World Cup and us being here is actually going to enhance the popularity of hockey, and I think it's going to give us a big boost going forward, that we'll see that a lot more kids will come and play hockey rather than other sports.
Lack of basic facilities such as a synthetic turf has been a major hurdle in the development of the game in the Southern African nation. It's events like these that provide them with a big match exposure and an opportunity to rub shoulders with the best in the business.
It is unbelievable. We have not experienced anything like this ever in our life. I think we have played in South Africa some tournaments, we have played African games, but to play on the world arena is just a total different experience to every single person in our team.
By the time they signed off from Poznan, both the teams had developed a sizable following amongst the hockey faithfuls. They would now be hoping that the gradient of improvement remains positive. Coming up after the break, Pakistan's catalyst of revival, Salman Akbar. And we meet the anchorman of Belgian hockey. Stay tuned.
Tupper goes himself, and Scotty Tupper seals 11th place for Canada over Pakistan with a golden goal. That's a shocker for Pakistan. Pakistan have never finished last in a World Cup event.
It ended in tears for Pakistan in Delhi. 8 months later in Gwangju, there were only tears of joy. The Green Shirts won their 8th gold medal in the Asian Games history, getting the better of Malaysia in the final. The man who was at the receiving end of a golden goal which condemned Pakistan to the wooden spoon in Delhi played a leading role in Gwangju as Pakistan scripted a dramatic turnaround in 2010.
We had a disaster in the World Cup. We finished on the bottom, and after that I went to play the Dutch league, and everyone really was really disturbed mentally. And then I would like to give all the credit to the Pakistan Hockey Federation, who really regained us again, and they hired a really good coach for us. And then they talked to me and to the senior boys because we retired after the 12th in the World Cup. And then we thought, yeah, we still have a chance. There is always next time, and nothing is finished. We just thought that, yeah, we can do it, and just go for it, and let's see what happens. So that's kind of one another chance in our life, and we took that, and Alhamdulillah, we got success in that.
Title triumphs like the one in Gwangju have been few and far between in Salman's 12-year journey with the national team. The Lahore lad's introduction to the game was rather late, at the age of 12. Like most of the young kids in Pakistan, dribbling and attacking play appealed to Salman. But just one game made him realize that he was made to play in just one position.
I chose goalkeeper, but was just accidentally that we had a game in school. There were two teams, senior and junior, and I was in junior team. And my class fellow, one of my best friend, he's still my friend. He was captain of junior team, and he asked me that there is no goalkeeper in our team, so can you please stand in the goal for the match, because the whole school was going to watch the game, and the principal and all the teachers. So I stood in that game and we won that game, and I was really good in that game. And after that day, I was just goalkeeper, and I never even think to play on any other side.
The going was tough in the first few years of Salman's international career. It took him 5 years to win his first major honour when Pakistan won the Rabo Trophy in 2005, with Salman winning the Player of the Tournament award. The goalkeeping coach at the time, Shahid Ali Khan, one of the great custodians of the 80s, played a key role in nurturing Salman's career. The former Olympic gold medalist feels that Salman still has a long way to go in order to become the best in the business.
I was with Salman in 2006 when I was the goalkeeping consultant, and I did a lot of work with Salman. We also won the Rabo Trophy in 2005, and Salman was adjudged the best goalkeeper there. I feel he has a lot of potential. The training is very tough and he wants to train and learn all the time, and his biggest plus point is that he isn't scared to train and he has the potential as well. But when there is a gap in the off-season, when you don't have the same level of intensity and you play more instead of training, then somewhere down the line you have to pay.
The 29-year-old has had his share of disappointments in a long career. He was dropped a few times due to lack of form. Such setbacks, however, only made him stronger, and he utilized his time away from the national team by honing his trade in the competitive Dutch league with the Laren Hockey Club.
I think they have really different technique in goalkeeper, like the Asian keepers and European keepers. They are really different, and I really learned a lot when I went there. I got really good trainings and different techniques that really helps me. And when I came back in my national team, when I played international games, that really boosts my confidence, and I learned a lot of new things which I was really missing in the past. So now I'm working on them a lot, and still I'm playing there. So it's really helping me a lot, and I hope that I will deliver all those things at the right time for my country also.
Salman surely delivered in Guangzhou, and Pakistan will hope that he pulls out all the stops as the green shirts aim to gather momentum ahead of the 2012 London Olympics. After 8 years of working under Barry Dancer as the assistant coach of the Kookaburras, in 2008, Colin finally had a team to coach all by himself, Belgium's KHC Dragons. His remarkable success with the club, where he helped them become the champions of Belgium, as well as topping their group in the EHL this year, has made him a favourite amongst the fans and players alike. That, in fact, has prompted his appointment as the head coach of the Belgian national team.
Well, I was disappointed in not getting the head coaching role. I don't think I should have stayed on as the assistant coach, and once Rick was appointed, I did discuss that with him. I'd been 8 years as the assistant coach, and I didn't think it was the right thing to stay in it. I needed to look elsewhere and broaden my experience and become a head coach. That's what Dragons have provided for me.
Batch has a lot on his plate in the coming months. His initial target is to take the KHC Dragons as far as possible in the EHL as they prepare for the upcoming round of 16. Secondly, and more importantly, Batch will look to guide Belgium to the top 3 of the Euro Hockey Nations, a result that will ensure them a spot in the Olympics. And if England finish amongst the top 3, 4th place would be good enough to take them through as well. The Belgians have shown promise in recent times. They reached the final of the 2009 Video World Cup qualifiers before narrowly losing out to Argentina after having led 2-0 at one stage. Now with Batch in command and promising youngsters in their fold, they are hoping to finally savour that winning feeling.
Belgium won the European Under-18 Championship last year, so a lot of the players that were in that team are starting to come through. So it's not just something that's happened over the last couple of years. It's been building for a while. The development structure in Belgium is quite a good one, and they're producing good technical players. I think one of the downsides with Belgium teams in the past is that they've lost players at 23, 24, 25 years of age, and just when they're coming into their best hockey. So we're trying to provide something for that group of players so that we maintain the quality and standard in the group while bringing the younger players through.
While Batch is hoping to bring Belgium into hockey's elite, his native Australia has been going from strength to strength. formidable under Barry Dancer and Badge, they have now become near invincible under Rick Charlesworth, winning every major tournament they have competed in since the Beijing Olympics, something that Badge acknowledges gracefully.
Each coach brings something different to the group, and Rick has obviously done that. They've got some different assistant coaches, and they've had an outstanding year. You know, the World Cup, Champions Trophy, Commonwealth Games, it's an incredible year. They've won them all, so it's developing very well. I think the men's program, they've taken, I think, the level of international hockey to a different level. So, full marks to everyone involved in the program.
Badge has had success, both as a player, where he was an integral part of the 1986 World Cup winning squad, and then as an assistant coach of Australia. And that is just the sort of man Belgium needs to achieve their ambitions of reaching the top of the hockey world.
Hi, I'm Glenn Turner.
Next month, we catch up with one of Australia's most skillful strikers. Till then, goodbye.